Good evening. Welcome, everyone. I see you, some people connecting in YouTube and Facebook. Welcome, everyone, to this wonderful space held by Creative Living Fellowship here in Phoenix, Arizona. Today, like every Monday, we have Monday practice with Reverend Jorge. And guess what? I'm Reverend Jorge. I'm a staff minister here at Creative Living Fellowship, and it's an honor for me, almost a year and a half, doing this wonderful and holding this wonderful space for all of you to explore different spiritual practices that enhance or traditional practices like prayer, meditation, mantras, and yoga. So the intention of this space is actually to expand, like I said, or tools or spiritual practices, or support or already spiritual practices, so that we can expand our connection with God, and we can expand our sense of identity in being one with God. So this is the intention of this space all the time, and at the same time, keeping that line, and so that we can bring different spiritual practice. We're trying to connect the spiritual practices with the theme and whatever was said and or was explored in the Sunday before at Creative Living Fellowship and Service, which is now we have it in person and online. So check it out in our archives on YouTube and Facebook, so you will find that as well. The same thing, like every practice that we have done for a while here, you will find it in the same channels. So you will explore different spiritual practices, and maybe they help you in many ways. Oh, I see. Give me before I go. I see people saying hello. I see that Reverend Sherry is saying hello. Hello, Reverend Sherry. And Mary Jane. Hi, to say good evening. Good evening, Mary Jane. And I see two more over there. So thank you for saying hello and welcome to this time and here at Support by Creative Living Fellowship. In that note, before I move into exploring our spiritual practice, and before I forgive, um, oh, hello, Heather. Heather Covey also say hello. Your first time here and Monday night fun. Yes, it's funny too. Thank you, Heather. It's nice to see you for first time here. I'm very grateful and that you are here, and thank you for all the support. And talking about support, before I forgive, you will find here, sorry, in the screen, a code that you can go direct to our website for donate. And as well, if you find this space and many other spaces that we hold here online or in person activities like on Sunday, I invite you to support us financially by using our PayPal button. So the information will show up in your PayPal, in your boxes of the chat right now, or also you can use your cell phone by sending a text with the donations, or if you prefer to go to visit a website, so that will be another wonderful option for doing that. So thank you for all your support, and I'm very grateful for having you here today. So as I say, the spiritual practices we're trying to explore here every Monday is actually connected with the theme month of that we explore every Sunday. And for March, we had the theme of willing to be willing. So this exploration of to allowing to be centered, so that we can willing to move forward in a different direction beyond of that tradition things that we do. And also yesterday, March 12th, Robert and Sherry explored a wonderful talk called The Resistance Free Living. I really invite you, all of you, to visit YouTube or Facebook, so you can see watch yesterday Sunday service, the full experience, and also listen the topic. There is great pearls there, and very many has for all of us there. So very good that. So in this line with the with the risk system free living, there is a lot of materials. There are a lot of practices. Actually, it was whole morning trying to select, and I like, oh, I don't want to get so busy with that. So I going to I re, something that is a spiritual tradition for long time. Always been the storytelling. Through the storytelling is so it's actually spiritual practices because allow us through different and simple stories to go deep in that message that actually the souls want to listen and want to connect with. So I'm going to read you in a kind of in a meditative, a contemplative space with music and that, and the story of the swirl and the world uh, by Alan Watts, person that I admired so much, and it was very key, important in my spiritual growth part long time ago. So for this part, and then we're going to explore after this, connecting with this story, we're going to have an exercise that we can practice during the week. So we are all in tune with this living free of resistance. So music is ready. So take it, get comfortable in your chairs. And if you want to listen my voice and my accent, you are very welcome. I'm going to read the slowly the story, and and hopefully that everything works. So take a deep breath, another deep breath, and all with a relaxing sensation. The music is open to our hearts and our minds. Let's start very slowly to center ourselves with our breathing in a natural way. Don't try to force it, don't try to control it. Just be there, breathing. This storytelling, this story, is coming from the Taoism way beyond seeking from Alan Watts. It's called The Swirl and the Wheel. There was a time where a sage who was wandering along the bank of the river near an enormous cataract like the Niagara. Suddenly, way up at the top, he saw an old man roll off the bank into the water. And he thought this man must be old and ill and is putting an end to himself. But a few minutes later, way down below the cataracts, the old man jumped out of the stream and started running along the bank. So the sage and his disciples hurried, scooting after him, and having caught up with him, told him that what he done had been the most amazing thing that ever seen. How did you survive? They asked. Well, the old man answered, there is no special trick. I just went in with a swirl and came out with a whirl. I made myself like the water. So there was no conflict between me and the water. Take a deep breath. So next time that we count ourselves in a situation that we call hard, tough, very tight, try to practice the water cost, the water way, the water way of least resistance. Go with the flow, allowing the swirl, and come out with the whirl to see what happened. Let's rest a moment with that story. I think of all of us, we can relate with that sensation of floating and being flowing with the river, with the water. Sometimes it could be related with the wind. So, but sometimes we hear many times that be in the flow without resistance, without resistance. So I'm going to show you something. Sometimes this exercise looks better with the two people, but I'm going to show you something. There is 3 ways to be in the flow. One is the opposite to the flow. When is you're trying to push yourself and you have the resistance, so you get tired. The second time is that you go with the flow, but you can hit yourself with a rock or something like that when you go into the rivers or in the bank of the river without flow, without continuing with the flow. And sometimes, and the third one is when you flow, but also you are helping, you are consenting with the flow. So it's no resistance, and being in the flow doesn't mean to do nothing. It's just to resting in the water, let the flow take you, but at the same time, you are navigating. You recognize the stones, you recognize the sand of the banks, and you just very slow help yourself to flow. And that's what it brings me to this next experience. Is seeking to surrender by acknowledging your resistance, our resistance. So the exercise for this week will be divided in 4 aspects: allow, release, finish, and bless. Let's practice in this way. It's easy to an example to see the practice. So close your eyes and bring something that you are resisting. Maybe to accept that it's time to retire. Maybe it's time to accept that your relationship is not working. Maybe it's trying to impose your opinion on your daughter or son or person in charge that you care. Or something, and resisting something to yourself. Like the idea of scarcity. Like the idea that you are living with a limited income. That I'm too old to bring my dreams come true. The resistance of your age. The resistance, the most familiar resistance that we have is that this moment is not what should be. There is a gap. And we resist to accept that gap. By judging. By not accepting. So let's take a deep breath. And now, whatever is the idea, just allow it. Acknowledge it. Allow it. Without judges. Without saying, oh, this is bad, this is good. I should don't think this idea. I should don't have that behavior because I'm very spiritual. Or why I'm doing this, I'm always angry. Don't judge yourself. Just look. Allow that thought, that idea that you resist. I cannot do diet. I cannot lose weight. I cannot trust in God. I resist this situation, that experience right now. Allow it. Just look at it without judgment, without arguments. Just look at it. This is it. And with another deep breath, let's release it. And the release it is not just say, I release you. But it's actually take that judgment, take that idea, take that opinion, take that situation. And say, this is optional. This is not truth. This is not the truth of myself. If you're thinking about income, just release it by say, I am abundant. I am abundance. If it's a relationship, say, I am one and loving. If there's a particular situation in your life that you don't like, just release it, that knowing that all is in perfect divine order. Recognize the truth behind of that thought. Because the resistance is actually trying to avoid the truth behind. And now let's finish it. Finishing is by saying this in the eyes of the truth doesn't work anymore. Don't have power anymore on me. The numbers of the bank are not my reflection. Doesn't say anything about me. My body pain doesn't define me, my wholeness and my perfection. This is done. This is not truth anymore. It is finished. And now, take another deep breath. And just bless. Bless it. Bless it could be say, I bless you. But the best way that I really love is say thank you. I bless you. Thank you. Thank you, because it was an opportunity to remember the truth, to center in my power, and to recognize who I really am. That is bigger than any situation, that is beyond of any situation. That is bigger than any idea that we have about ourselves. So say thank you. I bless you. And now I invite you to feel your body. In some part of your body should be a sensation of light. There is not a weight. There's not a tension. There's something is relaxing. Maybe it was a feeling of with your breath. So now you know that it's already done. That now you are free of any resistance. You acknowledge the resistance and let it go. Now it's all perfect. And this is the invitation for this week to live a resistant free living, a resistant free life by flowing like the water. By recognizing and acknowledging every resistance that we have. It could be simple like, oh, it's too hot now, or it's too cold now. That's a resistance too. Or a resistance that some kind of food, some kind of diet, a resistance to a political view, anything that make you feel without peace or at peace. That is the moment to acknowledge that and do these 4 steps. Of blessing, allowing, releasing, and finish. And almost our time is almost over here. I see you all online and some on Facebook, some in YouTube. Heather, I hope that you like it, being just your first time here with all of us in Monday practice. And Reverend Sherry and Mary Jane. So if you are interested in the music, here is the name, the information of the song. Flowing and Black and Jones and Marcus Lover. They're playing the piano. It's 2018, so you can find it in iTunes, on Spotify, if you want to stream it. And I really, really invite you to use this video with every situation, with every sense of resistance, which is actually the sensation of not having peace with themselves. There is something is taking out the peace that you are. So use that. Remember the story of flowing with the river and not let the situation take over you. Or just do the process of allowing, releasing, finish it, and bless. You can repeat this many, many times if you want during the week. And let me know in your comments. I read all of them. If how's your week going with all the practice, and we'll see what we can do next Monday with other practice. And hopefully, I know it's coming a nice message this coming Sunday, so I really invite you to be in person on Sunday, or on streaming on YouTube and Facebook, so we know the message, we enjoy we take it over, and we take something for ourselves, and then we explore it here next Monday, all of us together again. So thank you. I see the grateful message. Reverend Sherry said thank you. Heather, love it. Thank you, Heather, to your support. I'm very very grateful that you are here. And Mary Jane, that says you are so beautiful. Thank you. I thank you all the support of all of you. It's time to finish this space of 30 minutes, but I hope to see you next week when we explore another practice. So thank you all of you, and have a good night. Have a good time and enjoy the practice. Thank you. Bye-bye.